breaking ball down and away, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, Santerre was 1 for 4 in that earlier game against Northwestern State.
Hurd taking some time here as the wind continues to blow rather strong left to right. This breaking ball misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, Thatcher Hurd throws a couple different breaking pitches. He throws the slider and has a traditional curveball. I think he's kind of fell in love with more the curveball lately. You're going to see him, I think, want to throw that here today.
The 1-1 missed outside again. Santerre with great control and discipline stays away, and it's 2-1.
That was actually a slider on that last pitch at 85 miles an hour. The fastball's been at 95, 96 early in this game.
2 balls, 1 strike. Santerre awaits. Here's the pitch from Hurd. Called strike on the inside corner. Goes back to the fastball at 96. Doug Thompson and I on the broadcast yesterday, Buzzy, talking about the 95-mile-an-hour club for this LSU pitching staff. And
it's a bunch of them.
We went through a bunch and then forgot about Thatcher Hurd. And he just reminded us there. Even count, 2-2. Fires to the plate and a foul tip. Look out right at Jay Johnson. Jay shakes it up, no problem. Don't take more than that to get Jay off that top step of the dugout. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Stony Brook down 5-2 Northwestern State earlier today. Put up a ton of runs for the most part in that opening weekend against Purdue. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Thatcher Hurd records the punch out. His first of the day. 2 gone here in the top of the first inning. Last Friday, Purdue, Stony Brook, in Sugar Land, Texas. It was a 6-0 Purdue win. Then it was a closer game in Game 2. They had played 2 on Saturday. Purdue got the win 10-8. Or rather, Stony Brook got the win 10-8. Then lost 12-8 in the second game on Saturday. To the plate comes Goforth. He'll get a healthy hack, but maybe just got a piece held onto by Neal. Now Brady going to call for time. That fastball in on the hands. He'll kind of toss between home plate and the mound to Thatcher Hurd, the baseball. It's 0-1 now to Goforth, third baseman for the Seawolves.
I got a piece of Jeff Head, the home plate umpire, and Jeff Head's been around for a while, been around since I played 14, 15 years ago.
There's a beautiful breaking ball in for a strike across the plate at the belt. Thatcher gets ahead 0-2. Yeah, Jeff Head, he's probably had plenty of bumps and bruises there behind the plate and in the field for that matter.
That'll make you question whether you want a home plate umpire or not at the college level.
2 outs, nobody on. The 0-2. Another beautiful breaking ball. Called strike 3 and Goforth down on strikes. Thatcher Hurd strikes out 2 here in the top of the first inning, and the Seawolves go quietly 1-2-3. We've played a half inning at the box. We go to the bottom of the first inning.
Good control of the off-speed pitches. So that's what you want to see early in the game. You've got to see him continue it.
First pitch to Milam, and on the hands, but caught enough of the corner on a fastball at 94 miles an hour from Smink. Nice placement there, and it's 0-1 to Milam, who's batting .545. Pretty good start for a freshman. As this one again inside, but too low. And he evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Milam, 12th at bat of the season. 6 hits, 5 runs scored, 4 runs driven in. Off speed, swing and a miss, falls behind in the count 1-2. He's got 1 double on the year. And again, one of those certainly vying for the everyday role at second base for Coach Jay Johnson. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Milam, and quickly 1 away. And Buzzy, you mentioned it there in the pitching matchups in our on deck show that Eddie Smink going to give them quite a challenge. He's got good stuff, and he showed it there.
Yeah, 96-mile-an-hour fastball, one of the better arms that LSU has seen up to this point. And, I know it's early, don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I like Smink's arm angle as well. I mean, it's kind of 3/4. That ball's jumping on these LSU hitters, or the LSU hitter.
Tommy White will take a swing, foul it back into the screen, and it's 0-1. Tommy White yesterday with his first home run of the season. Batting .368. The RBI leader a year ago, has 3 runs batted in. Waits on the 0-1 from Smink. Here it comes. High fastball, and he fouls it back into the screen, and he falls behind 0-2.
Yeah, big key for Tommy White this year is going to be the guys around him, if they can protect him. You see, we've got Travinsky on deck. Jared Jones has hit a couple of balls out of the ballpark early in this year, and Brady Neal. Those guys are going to have to hit around Tommy White.
Here's a ground ball bouncer down the third base line. Still keeps it 0-2. Again, I should update. We've had some issues with the stats for Stony Brook coming down, but they are 1-5 with the loss today, earlier today. So they went 1-4 in that, 1-3, I should say. I got it right. It is 1-4. Boy, I tell you, math isn't my strong suit. They played 4 against Purdue, including a doubleheader last Saturday. As we told you, they got 1 win over the Boilermakers. But Jay Johnson's point to me in the clubhouse today was they can put runs on the board, and they did. Another 0-2 pitch to White, and this one fouled off, and it will just roll to the on-deck circle as Tommy White early on with Eddie Smink battling it out here. Still a 0-2 count, but Tommy fighting him off.
Yeah, Smink actually showed Tommy White a changeup, the pitch before that fastball.
Here's another 0-2 pitch. Goes with a breaking ball. Tommy with a good eye lets it go. Misses outside. 1-2.
A heck of a pitch, 0-2, and a better take from Tommy White. Love Tommy White's approach when he gets the 2 strikes. Really spreads out, trying to just play pepper with the infield.
The 1-2. Good eye. Missed low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We talk about the power. We talk about the ability to go opposite field. Just his discipline at the plate is also something that sometimes gets overlooked.
Yeah,
seeing it right now.
Sure, the good hitters normally have a good eye. So does Tommy White.
2-2. Swung on and fouled back into the screen. Keeps the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Team Colors brought to you by Cintas. Build a better workday when you partner with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com. Tigers in their white with purple pinstripes. Traditional purple batting helmets. Stony Brook going red jerseys, white pants, red lids. It's another ground ball. Tommy White fouls it off again. Still 2-2.
Heck of an at bat. Got that win you mentioned, Chris, blowing heavily in from left field. We had this win last weekend, and Doug said we're not going to have anybody hit a home run. I said the only home run that'll be hit is the Warren Morris style down that right field line, and Jared Jones was able to do it. Be the same thing today.
The 2-2 absolutely launched, but high in the air to center field, catches that jet stream and then dies quickly, comes down, and Santier gets under it to make the grab for out number 2. But boy, off the bat, the wind conditions yesterday, that one might be out there on Nicholson.
Yeah, amazing what a change that a day makes, because you said it, that wind was blowing out. The 5 homers yesterday. Pearson had 2. Tommy White hit his first. Who else? Broswell hit 1. Kling. Bunch of Tigers leaving the yard yesterday.
So with 2 down, bottom of the first, no score. We'll see Hayden Travinski. Travinski making news all around the social networks yesterday with his number 2 pencil bat. But his last 2 at bats, he went to a, well, let's just say a traditional bat. He goes with that here today in his first at bat. The 1-0. Fastball misses outside from Smink, again running it up there at nearly 97 miles an hour. It's 2-0 now to Travinski.
Yeah, all the educators out there were proud to see Travinski with the number 2 pencil bat.
The 2-0. Miss low. Good eye by Hayden. It's now 3 balls, no strikes. So you don't know how I was waiting for him to get a charge into one and talk about how much lead he had.
You had that one teed up, didn't you?
So ready. Here's the 3-0. And the take is on. That's a strike. Another fastball at 95.
And Smink, 6 foot, 205 pounds.
Here's the 3-1 to Travinski. Oh, strike on the outside corner. Hayden thought maybe it missed outside, but Jeff Head rules it strike 2, and that'll fill the count 3-2.
Well, 3-1, that's not the pitch you want anyway. I thought it was a good pitch, a kind of a borderline pitch, but you don't want to swing at that if you're Travinski. Get you a pitch you can hit.
3-2, he fouls back into the screen. Taking a look at today's ingredients for success, brought to you by BRQ Seafood and Barbecue, the official catering service of LSU Athletics. No surprise here, but Jay Johnson said the key is getting Smink in the dugout, getting to this bullpen, and I think he knows a little something about baseball and did his homework. Here's another payoff pitch. In on the hands, missed for ball 4, so Travinski eventually earns the walk. So a 2-out base on balls. We'll get a runner aboard, our first base runner of the day.
Yeah, well, if you look at, at 2023 stats, Stony Brook, had a 6.7 ERA as a team. Nobody under a 5 ERA. So coach is right. If they can get Smink out of this game early and get into that bullpen, it'll give them a better chance at winning this ball game.
So the Tigers, again, no stranger to 2-out magic a year ago. Had a little bit of that yesterday. We'll have Travinski at first. Brady Neal batting an even 300 on the year. This is his 11th at bat. Takes the first pitch outside. It's 1-0. Smink fires. There's a strike on the inner half to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Checks the runner. 1-1. Missed high and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Brady Neal out of Tallahassee, Florida, the sophomore. 17th round draft pick back in 2022 of the Milwaukee Brewers.
2-1. Missed a little outside and high from Smink. That'll make it 3-1 now to Neal. In yesterday's game, Alex Milazzo got the start behind the plate. After the Tigers had the game in hand, Travinski came in, spelled Alex. And we got Neal with the start today, and that's a strike on the inside corner. Neal thought maybe ball 4, but that again will fill it up 3-2.
Yeah, another pitch, 3-1. You're looking to be aggressive, but if you don't get the pitch you're looking for, you need to take it. Neal did just that.
2 outs, runner at first, no score. Payoff delivery, and the pitch is high, ball 4. So back-to-back walks here after recording 2 quick outs. And LSU trying to mount some pressure here in the bottom of the first inning. One guy who can certainly do it is Jared Jones as the Bear picks up the lumber, comes to the plate.
Yeah, Smink coming into this game had thrown 5 innings in his first start, had the 4 walks. So that is something in the scouting report that they mentioned, that the fastball or the command at times can leave him.
Runners first and second. Breaking ball missed low and away. Jones loaded the bat but held back, and it's 1-0. Jones again certainly with the ability, if he lays back, he can use this jet stream to his advantage, blowing left to right. That pitch in for a strike to make it 1-1.
Stony Brook with the shift on with the right-handed hitter. Got nobody playing second base. Everybody on the left side of the infield except the first baseman.
1 ball, 1 strike. With 2 outs, the pitch. Fastball high. Did he go around? They appeal to first. Kevin Sweeney says yes. That'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jared Jones. Now, I will say this. Not to put any pressure on the young sophomore, but if there's somebody on this team who could take it right into the teeth of the wind to left field, the candidate I would choose would be Jared Jones. But right now, just looking for contact, put something in play. The 1-2. Did he hold back? They appeal again. This time he did on a pitch high in the zone. That'll even the count 2-2. Not all that different from the last. I'd love to see the breakdown of that last check swing versus the one before. He'll choke up on the bat a little bit with 2 outs. Runners first and second, no score. The 2-2 pitch to the plate. This time he went around, couldn't stay away from the breaking ball, and Smink gets out of a semi-jam with no damage done. Handed hitter. Senior for the Seawolves, Thatcher Hurd. First pitch, ground ball, base hit. Just left of second base. Braswell can't get to it. So a leadoff single off the first pitch seen to Brown Airing. And that will have a runner aboard. Thatcher Hurd with a very clean inning to start the game, including 2 strikeouts. No, Coach Matt Sink said, guys, against Thatcher Hurd, maybe we need to be aggressive. And that's exactly what Brown Airing did there. And he's down at first base. Now we'll see one of 2 Paulsons in the lineup. The first being Brett Paulson, the right-hander, first baseman for Stony Brook. Breaking ball from Hurd, just missed off the outside corner. That'll make it 1-0.
Yeah, Brown Airing to lead off the inning just took an off-speed pitch and hit it right back where it was pitched from. Good piece of hitting. Not a big threat to steal at first base. Had 2 stolen bases last year.
Here's the 1-0. This one into center field, going to drop down. Coming in, Paxton Kling will get it on 2 hops, and making the turn at second was Brown Airing, but quickly put on the brakes as Kling snap throws it into second base. But everybody is safe. Back-to-back singles here. First 2 hit of the ball game going to the Seawolves. They've got Brown Airing at second, Paulson at first, and now we'll see Eric Paulson, the DH, who's batting in the 6th spot, a left-hander in this lineup. Only lefty for the Seawolves. He'll face Thatcher Hurd, the right-handed hurler here. And this is what you talked about before the game. Thatcher giving up 2 back-to-back base hits early in the count. Just trying to settle down, put that behind him. The first delivery misses outside to Paulson. It's 1-0.
Well, look, that's the thing. I mean, as dominant as he was in that first inning, and that's what we saw in his first start this year. He was so dominant through 2 2/3 innings and then just gave up a walk, and it kind of snowballed. And so this is the point. This is the moment right here where you've really got to bear down, make quality pitches, and limit Stony Brook to no runs or minimal runs in this inning.
Yeah, count on your stuff and your defense to keep them from home plate. Here's the 1-0. Fouled into the screen. That'll even the count to Eric Paulson. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And like we always say, Chris, it's easier said than done.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting up here 80 foot in a press box, but that's the reality of it. Just got guys on. You said you got to trust your defense, make a quality pitch, and get that first out.
1 ball, 1 strike to Paulson. Looking for his first hit on the year. He's 0 for 9 coming into this at bat. Runners take their lead. Hurd from the stretch fires, and it's back into the screen again. And now Thatcher ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be LSU's championship health partner. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake, champions for Louisiana. Together we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. Brown Earring at second. Brett Paulson at first base. Eric Paulson at the plate. Here's the 1-2. Down in the dirt. Gets away from Neal. He'll track it down. Throw to third. But a good jump. Brown Earring safely into third. Runners now first and third for the Seawolves.
Yeah, that was a high IQ baseball play from Brown Earring as he read that off-speed pitch down in the dirt really before it even got to the dirt. And Brady Neal had no chance. Actually made a good block down there at the catcher position. Just no chance of throwing Brown Earring out at third base.
Runners on the corners now. Nobody out here. Scoreless game in the top of the 2nd inning. Pitch to the plate. Called strike 3. Got the breaking ball on the inner half of the plate. Down on strikes goes Eric Paulson. And a big first out there for Thatcher Hurd. And that's a way to battle back. Still not quite out of the woods. Matt Maselli now, the shortstop, will come to the plate. Again, 8 right-handers in this lineup for Coach Sink. Maselli batting .250 so far on the year. First pitch. Did he go around? They appeal. They say no. Breaking ball outside. Jay Johnson a little surprised. Going to state his opinion to Kevin Sweeney, our first base umpire. And at the same time, give some instructions to Jared Jones. He's very smooth that way. 1 ball, no strikes. Brown Earring at third. Brett Paulson at first. This one a swat to center field, going to get down. It's a base hit. That will score a run. Brown Earring in to score. Stony Brook now swinging the bats effectively here in their 2nd inning of play. They take a 1-0 lead with 1 out now. Runners first and second. 3rd hit of the day for the Seawolves. All coming in this inning.
Brown Earring taking the extra base on that ball in the dirt a couple pitches before it proved to be a run, just because that ball there probably Earring, if he's at second, Brown Earring, if he's at second base, probably got to hold up a little bit as Paxton Kling coming in hard almost was able to make the catch. But that's what taking the extra base will do for you from a base running standpoint.
Time called. Jay Johnson now going out, brings the infield. He'll have a word with Thatcher Hurd and Brady Neal. Talk it over here. Again, Stony Brook getting on the board first, make it 1-0. Fan scratch made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. You can find your nearest location or order online or go order on the app. Walk On Sports Bistro for the win. Quick meeting. Again, Jay told us before the game in the clubhouse that because of the performance yesterday of Gage jumping the start and the Tiger bullpen with Ackenhausen, Moffitt, and Bucknam all having really stellar outings, that still with 3 games left counting today, they're in a good spot as far as arms at the ready. So with 1 out, Hurd will deliver to Taylor. First pitch missed low. Here's some groans from the crowd here, and maybe some body language from Thatcher Hurd. He thought he was able to get that at the very bottom of the strike zone, but it's ruled ball one. Checks the runner at second. 1-0 delivery, lifted in the air to right field. Pearson going back, can't get to it. It's over his head, takes a bounce on the track all the way to the wall. Now we'll bring in Paulson. They'll go ahead and hold up Maselli, who made the wide turn but stops, gets back to the bag as the throw comes in to Thatcher Hurd. But Stony Brook putting on a hit parade here. Their fourth hit of this inning. They plate their second run. It's now 2-0 Seawolves.
Now Pearson, who's really a good outfielder, made a ton of great plays last year. Just kind of made a cardinal sin there. Took the first step was in when your first step should probably be back, and wind blowing that way. I think that ball actually kind of rode the wind and just got over Pearson's head, and now Thatcher Hurd's really got to bear down.
So the RBI double makes it 2-0. And we'll bring Chris Leone, the catcher, to the plate. Right-hander. First pitch down low, blocked up by Neal. Runner second and third here, so still just one out. Stony Brook still with a mighty threat on the base pads.
It's still early in this game. LSU's going to play the infield back, so they're going to concede a run for an out.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Inside at the hands. That'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. Chris Leone batting 143. 1 for 7 on the early season. Has scored a run. This pitch low in the dirt, almost got away from Neal, but stayed right around the home plate area. Just almost for a moment, he wasn't sure where the baseball was, but quickly able to find it, retrieve it, and keep runners at second and third. But now a 3-0 count to Leone.
Well, it doesn't matter what Stony Brook's record is or what their record was last year. I don't think you have to go too far to ask LSU fans about remembering 12 years ago and what they did coming in here in a super regional. So a good quality team, well coached.
This one misses inside. Thatcher Hurd again. The body language indicating he thinks he's being squeezed a little bit. It's ball 4. It'll send Leone down to first base. Now the Seawolves have the bases loaded. Back to the top of the order. Evan Fox. Fox grounded out.
And that'll get LSU's bullpen stirring a little bit. It's number 35, Griffin Herring, running down and just starting to loosen up.
There's a curveball for a strike at the knees to set up Fox 0-1.
Fox at the top of that lineup can really run, so going to be tough to double him up.
Bases loaded, 1 out, 2-0, Stony Brook leading. Hurd's 0-1 pitch. Got him to chase, swing and a miss. Gets ahead, 0-2.
That's a quality 0-1 pitch. Nothing Fox would be able to do with that pitch. 0-2. Now you got to make it's got to be a non-hittable pitch. This ball's got to be up in the zone at 95, 96, or bury the off-speed pitch and trust your catcher.
1 out, bases loaded. Hurd from the stretch looks in. The right-hander fires. The 0-2 sent straight up into the air. Near home plate, Brady Neal. Looks like he has a bead on it. Near the plate, now going up the first base line. Able to snag it for out number 2. Well, he didn't have to block up a tough pitch, but he did get his pitcher the second out of the inning.
Yeah, well, that play is so underrated. Just you got a lot of different things happening. Got a bat in the way, got the ball working back to the infield. Typically, you'd want a corner infielder to come in and get that. I don't blame Jones there because Neal looked like he was camped, looked like he was going to catch it no problem, but that wind is causing havoc up there too.
So with 2 down, bases remain loaded. Cam Santerre bats for the second time today. He was a strikeout victim to Hurd in the first inning, and he fouls this one back into the screen. Hurd gets ahead early, 0-1. Stony Brook, 2 runs on 4 hits. All coming here in the top of the second. They lead 2-0. Here's the 0-1 from Hurd. That one a strike, couldn't hold back. Good looking pitch, and Santerre couldn't fully commit, but Jeff Head made the call anyway. It's 0-2. Maselli at third, Taylor at second, Leone down at first base. 2 outs, bases loaded. Thatcher Hurd. kicks and fires. Breaking ball, ground ball down the third base line. It is foul just left of the bag as Tommy White fields that one about 8 feet behind the bag, but third base umpire Brandon Cooper rules it a foul ball, rightly so. Count remains 0-2, and that'll bring Santerre back to the plate. Griffin Herring, after stretching, looks like he's about to pick up a baseball down in the bullpen, but Thatcher Hurd trying to find the 0-2 pitch here. Get back in the dugout with 2 outs, bases loaded, swing and a miss. He finds it. Down on strikes goes Santerre. Hurd will lead it off. Pearson batting .286, had a big day at the plate yesterday, including getting his first 2 home runs of the season. And the first pitch offered up by Smink, a called strike. And it's 0-1. Interesting conversation during the timeout there about that foul ball handled by Neal near home plate up the first base line, because the umpires had ruled infield fly once it went up. Again, Neal went ahead and made the play, but there's really a lot of complicated things that could happen, Buzzy, had he either missed it, had he touched it and not held on, and depending on where the ball rolled and ended up as to how that play would have turned out. 2-1 now, the count to Pearson. That one misses outside. Now a 3-1 hitter's count for Josh.
Like, if Neal wasn't able to make that catch and did not touch it, and that ball were to go into fair territory, the hitter would be out because of the rule. Infield fly, batter's out.
That one inside on the hands, and Pearson get a leadoff walk. Tigers have a man aboard to start the bottom of the second.
I'll say this. Glad he got the out. It would have been interesting to see if he would have missed it. Now he couldn't have touched it, so he just had to miss it cleanly, and it rolled, and then them let it roll into fair territory just to see what would have happened. Because the infield fly rule is a little bit tricky if you're not, if you don't know the rule entirely.
So with a runner at first, we'll see Mac Bingham, the left fielder, batting .364. Transfer in from San Diego, California. And the first pitch from Smink, a called strike, catches the outer half. That fastball just dotted the black. 0-1. Bingham, 4 runs batted in. He scored 3 runs. He's 4 of 11 at the plate, including a double so far. Here's a ground ball and a short hop knocked down by Goforth. Got away from him into the infield grass. He can't get to it in time, and everybody is safe. Not only did he have to handle the short hop, Buzz, he had to do it backhanded, and it hit the heel of the glove, and then went a good 10, 12 feet into the grass. No chance for him to make a play.
I was just about to say, they're probably going to give that an error, which they did not. They gave it a hit, and I would have said if they'd have gave it an error, it would have been a tough error, because Goforth made the right decision. As soon as he saw that ball go up in the air, he came to try to get the short hop, which is the hop you want as an infielder. He just didn't catch it cleanly.
Braswell shows bunt, lays one down right in front of home plate. Smink comes off the mound. His play is to first. They'll get Braswell, but Michael does his job. Runners advance second and third here with just 1 out. Trailing Stony Brook 2-0. Somewhere Lynn Rollins is having a great time. That was a great looking bunt by Michael Braswell. I saw Lynn around here earlier. He had to love that.
Yeah, like if you're doing button drills at practice during the week, that's when you put the bats in a square and you say that's where we want to bunt it. That's exactly where Michael Braswell just put that bunt.
Paxton Kling at the bottom of the order stands in. First delivery from Smink misses low. Big opportunity here for Paxton. Atop the order yesterday. Got his first home run of this season. Again, just a talented guy, one of these great sophomores Jay Johnson brought to Baton Rouge last year. Become the everyday center fielder and really can go at the bottom of the order, top of the order, as he swings and misses, evens a count 1-1. And when you talk to Jay Johnson, how do you go from that extreme day to day? And he said, well, I kind of feel like it's a leadoff hitter at the bottom of the order with Paxton Kling, because again, he hits the ball extremely well. Brought his average up from, I think, 137 or 167 to 231 yesterday. Chase one down in the dirt there, get behind 1 and 2. He also bunts not only to move runners but to get base hits. He just kind of gives you a spark there with his speed at the bottom of the order, and certainly does the same in a leadoff spot.
It does a lot of things well. I don't think he's seeing it particularly well early in this season. He did hit the homer yesterday, but this is a point where spread out a little bit with 2 strikes, infield back, just try to touch it, get you a run in.
The 1-2 stays away, sails outside. That fastball missing from Smink makes it 2-2.
But to your point, a lot of talent. I mean, he was the 2022 Gatorade Pennsylvania Player of the Year. Coach Jay Johnson went up north to get this young man to come to school in Baton Rouge, and I think he's going to be a great one for LSU.
Here's the 2-2. Swings and fouls it towards the seats and right, out of play. Keeps the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tigers threatening here, down 2-0 to Stony Brook. Pearson earned the walk to lead it off. Bingham would single on an infield single to third base side. Braswell lays down the sac bunt. 1 out, 2-2 count. Kling awaits, and he hammers this to center field. Santerre going back and on the run, can't handle it. Hits his glove, his arm falls to the grass. That will score Pearson. They'll wave around Bingham. There'll be no throw home, and we are tied 2-2.
A great job by Kling. Was going to score the run anyway. Got a pitch he could handle with 2 strikes, shortened up and lifted one to center field. And Santerre was right on it. I just think the sun caused havoc, and it hit him right in the heel of the glove. Nice job of Pearson. Was going to score anyway, but Bingham going back to tag and gets all the way around with the good speed.
So we're tied 2-2 our score. Still just 1 out. The Tigers have a runner in scoring position. Now we'll see top of the order Stephen Milam come to the plate. Milam, the left-hander, awaits, and the first pitch from Smink rears back and fires a fastball. Gets a called strike. 0-1.
Still debating on what they're going to give it, huh? Hit or an error?
I was about to say everybody's still waiting to see what the official score gives. Here's the 0-1. Missed upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, maybe we need to wait for Santerre to come into the dugout and ask him, did you get lost in the sun or not? Because that's really what it was.
They'll give it a double to center field, scoring both runs. Breaking ball, inner half. Nice delivery by Smink. Called strike. Takes a little off there. Milam will dig back in. Smink checks the runner. Now the pitch. Missed outside. So Kling credited with the double. Drives in 2 runs. Pitch to the plate. Milam swings, fouls it out of play.
Smink already at 52 pitches on the afternoon.
Smink looks in. Here's the payoff pitch to Milam. Milam rockets this one to center field. Santerre going back, able to get under this one, make the grab. Tagging up from second, plenty of speed. Kling slides in without a throw at third. So with 2 down, potential go-ahead run just 90 feet away on a nice poke to center field by Stephen Milam. So now with a tie game 2-2, it's be up to, well, Tommy White, who I'm sure Smink was certainly hoping he would not see in this situation.
Well, it'll be interesting to see with 2 outs, obviously first base open, how good of pitches they give to Tommy White.
Here's the first delivery and a big swing and a miss. Put everything he had into that swing, but unable to find the fastball, just over the top, and it's 0-1.
Well, they challenged him. They went 94 mile an hour up in the zone, kind of belt high right across the plate, and Tommy just missed it.
The 0-1 swing and fouled out of play. Now 0-2. Another fastball. So Smink coming right at Tommy White, one of the best hitters in all of college baseball, not only last year but certainly going into this season. A 2-2 ball game, 2 outs, runner at third for the Tigers. Here's the 0-2. Again, fouled back. Another fastball, 94 from Smink. And you remember the first at bat in the first inning, these two went at it for a bevy of pitches. Eventually, Tommy flied out to center field. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, comebacker to the mound, and Smink snags it with the glove. Underhand throw to first, and that'll do it for LSU. But they tie the game. 2 runs on 1 hit. 1 error committed. Now that second run, that was the official ruling. They went back and changed that just moments ago. Nonetheless, LSU ties the game at 2-2. First pitch to Goforth, who leads it off for the Seawolves. A called strike. And it's 0-1. Thatcher Hurd starts his 3rd inning of work, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, 4 strikeouts. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Gets ahead quickly, 0-2. Buzzy, let's give a tip of the cap to Thatcher Hurd. He gave up some hits right out of the gate there in the top of the 2nd inning. Stony Brook took a 2-0 lead, but then he settled back down, put it behind him, and was able to finish strong, and now picking up where he left off. The 0-2 fouled back, just staying alive with a late swing as Goforth. Still 0-2 the count.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to minimize the damage when you're giving up hits, especially nobody out. You've got a lot of guys on base. You got to minimize and keep it to 2 runs or less, and he was able to do that.
Another 0-2 pitch, and fighting it off again as Goforth fouls this one down beyond the first base dugout. Fans, visit your local Toyota dealer. Check out the 2024 Toyota Tundra. This Tiger has earned its stripes. Toyota, proud partner of LSU Athletics. Hurd still in the driver's seat here. Goforth awaits on the pitch. Here it comes, and he belts this one into the air, down the line and right. Pearson coming over and running out of room as it will drop into maybe the 3rd row of seats out of play.
Yeah, that was a better 0-2 pitch from Hurd. The 2 previous, you could tell Hurd was upset with himself. 0-2, he was catching a lot of the plate with 2 breaking pitches that kind of hung up there, and Goforth actually missed them. But 0-2, you don't want to give the hitter anything he can barrel up.
Goforth, the strikeout victim, caught looking in the 1st inning. Here's the 0-2, way outside. Again, that one on the dirt, and instead of going into the mitt, came off the throwing hand of Neal, who was trying to get in the glove and then hold on to it, but I think he just missed time moving his throwing hand and hit him right in the hand. Take a look at it here as he had to drop down the glove. Oh, and he catches that.
That hand's been taking a beating. Early in the opening weekend, he took a foul ball off the right hand, and tough cookie, though, stays in there.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hurd up to 40 pitches on the afternoon.
2-2 delivery to Goforth. Low and inside, just missed with a fastball at 95, and that will fill it up 3-2. So Goforth battling here. Down early, 0-2, and he's worked it full.
Yeah, it was a good pitch. That's one of those ones when you're the hitter, you hope it's called a ball, and a pitcher, you'd love to get it, but probably a ball as it was down in the zone.
Goforth again awaits, payoff pitch, called strike 3. This one at the knees on the inner black. 5th strikeout for Thatcher Hurd. Not all that different from the previous pitch, but Thatcher happy to take it. 1 gone here in the top of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, a little higher up in the zone. That one caught more of the bottom of the knee. The one previous was, I thought, was definitely a ball, but with 2 strikes, too close to take both of those.
So now we'll see Brown Aaron. He started the hit fest there in the top of the 2nd. He'll swing, launch this one high, a mile into the air in center field. Dancing and playing with the wind. Eventually Paxton Kling goes back, goes to his left, goes right, gets under it for out number 2. Again, the wind howling left to right. And Kling, Buzzy, when you watch from our vantage point, as you said, made the right move. Ball went in the air. He took a couple of steps, looked up, located it, then had to use that fleet of foot to get over there in time as the wind blew it towards right center. With 2 gone, we'll see Brett Paulson. First pitch missing low. Paulson with a base hit came around to score in that 2nd inning.
Yeah, to your point, Chris, as an outfielder, you always want to take that first step or 2 back. You can always come in a lot quicker and easier than you can backpedaling.
The 1-0 to Paulson. stays away, but a called strike. We'll leave it up 1-1.
That's a good curveball. That thing has some snap to it, and down at the bottom of the zone and the outside corner. I mean, that's exactly where you want to put it.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch to Paulson. Just missed a little low. 2-1. Velocity still good as he approaches 50 pitches here in the top of the 3rd. Next pitch will be number 47. This one lifted in the air, shallow left field, stopping and then coming in to make the play is Bingham for out number 3. So quick work of the Seawolves in the top of the 3rd. They get no runs, no hits, nobody on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd.
On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Travinsky leads it off for LSU here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tied 2-2. LSU and Stony Brook. Travinsky aboard on a walk his first time up in the 1st inning. Takes the first swing and a bouncing ground ball to 3rd. Going to be handled over there by Goforth. Across the diamond with the throw to Paulson, and quickly 1 gone. Eddie Smink, 2 1/3 inning, giving up a hit, 2 runs, only 1 was earned. He's walked 3, struck out 2. The Seawolf pitcher approaching 60 pitches here in his start. So face Brady Neal, who got aboard on a walk. Neal showing bunt, brings it back, a strike at the belt, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, semi shift on for Stony Brook as Goforth is kind of in that 6 hole in between shortstop and 3rd base.
The 0-1 looking to swing, comes up empty. 0-2 now to Brady Neal.
Velocity still good for Smink at 94 miles an hour. Pitch count getting a little up there. He's at 60 pitches.
Pitch to Neal. Missed upstairs, got away from Leon, the catcher. Fastball a little high. Making 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the wide and the 1-2. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch to Neal. Again, missed outside to the left-hander, and that'll fill the count 3-2.
2-2 went with the changeup. You don't see many of those. He will throw them to lefties. Just falling off the plate. Good take by Neal.
Here's the payoff delivery to the plate, and a chopper towards first. Coming in is Paulson, and he'll take it to first by himself for out number 2. Remember, SeatGeek now the official ticket marketplace of LSU athletics. So whether you're buying or selling baseball tickets, SeatGeek the place to do it. SeatGeek, so Tiger fans can fan. Great weekend to be here on campus. Baseball Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday action at Tiger Park. Coming up later, it'll be LSU and Boise State. Just to our left with a 4 o'clock first pitch. The first offering to Jones, found back into the screen. And it's 0-1. Tomorrow, LSU will be getting underway at 1 o'clock against Northern Illinois. Tiger softball will be in action, and of course men's basketball back to the PMAC to take on Mississippi State. Breaking ball from Smink in for a strike. He gets ahead early on Jones. 0-2. Jared, strikeout victim back in the first on a breaking ball. Smink's 0-2. Missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You could tell as much as Smink wants to rely on that fastball in that first at bat for Jones. They've done their scouting report. Steady diet of off speed and breaking pitches. The 1-2 to Jones, and a swing and a miss. Down on, gorgeous one at that. Eric Paulson to lead it off, the lone left-hander in the lineup for the Seawolves, as Thatcher Hurd misses high and outside for ball 1, 1-0. Hurd starts his 4th inning of work. Again, 4 hits given up, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, fouled out of play. One of the things when you look at this pitching staff, and Thatcher Hurd obviously no different through his first 2 outings of the year, you've had some really strong arms. If there's one thing that maybe early going you're concerned about, is maybe the number of walks. Here's the 1-1. There's a strike. Get ahead 1-2. For example, yesterday, really, Gage Jump I thought had a great performance. Nate Ackenhausen was solid. Moffitt was impressive. Bucknam was impressive. First the 1-2 from Hurd. Pitch to Paulson. Ground ball up the middle. Gets by Hurd. Bounces its way into center field. Seawolves. Another leadoff single, this time in the top of the 4th inning. But for example, yesterday, great strikeout count. 16 strikeouts by the Tigers. Come away with 5 walks from 4 pitchers. I know last weekend there were some great performances, but I'm sure again, early going, but you don't want to see the walks. That's the only thing that I think has stood out.
Well, to your point, I think coaches, they can live with you getting hit all over the ballpark and lose. They can't live with you giving free passes, hit by pitch walks, letting the team into the game from that standpoint.
Called strike against Maselli, who stands in. He had a base hit with an RBI in this second.
You want to make a team earn everything they get. It's hard to get a bunch of hits on a row to score runs, but if you walk a guy, and then it becomes a lot easier to put runs up on the board.
Beautiful breaking pitch for a strike from Hurd. It's 0-2. So again, for the second straight hitter, gets ahead early. Hurd kicks and fires the 0-2. Tapper bouncer foul down the third base line. Looked up earlier today, and Stony Brook opened their season in Texas. Currently in Stony Brook, New York. At last check, 43 degrees. 50% chance of rain. Pitching on the hands on the fastball. Missed inside, make it 1-2.
You're telling me they're enjoying the sleeveless weather down here.
I think they probably were impressed when at 10 o'clock this morning they played their first game and it was 70 degrees. Runner at first. Nobody out. Here's the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Half-hearted swing that time by Maselli, and Hurd able to get the strikeout with the breaking ball. Strikeout number 6. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
Thatcher Hurd, first delivery to Taylor, called strike. That time used the breaking ball to introduce that first sequence to Taylor. Taylor had a double with a run batted in the second.
Yeah, I find he's been breaking ball heavy today. He's got pretty good control of it, command of it.
The 0-1 in the dirt, blocked up by Neal, but caroms into the infield grass in front of the mound and will easily allow Paulson to scoot on into second base. So now Stony Brook with only 1 out, a runner in scoring position.
Another good base running job from Paulson as he read ball in the dirt. Of course, that one got away from Neal quite a bit. He would have been able to get second base even if he had waited a while, but he broke early, saw the down angle of the pitch, and was able to get to second base.
Taylor back up to the plate here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now he'll call for time and step out. 1 out, a 2-2 ball game here. Stony Brook 2 runs, 5 hits, an error. LSU 2 runs on 1 hit. The 1-1 from Hurd. Breaking ball lifted in the air, foul territory, right field way. Pearson coming over near the bullpen, and again the wind going to carry that into the seats out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. LSU Athletics would like to thank its Team LSU corporate partners: Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Coca-Cola, People's Health, and Hancock Whitney. Get a chance to see that LSU Kentucky basketball game Wednesday night, Buzz?
Absolutely. Heck of a ball game. Looked like Pete Maravich Assembly Center was rocking and rolling over there.
Fun time had by all. Here's the 1-2. And a bouncer foul, third base side.
You and Coach Brady didn't get too excited, it didn't look like.
No, we try to keep it even keel. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
You got to be professional at all times, Buzzy. That's rule number one. Kent Lowe reminds me all the time, you cannot cheer at the scorer's table. I forgot that on Wednesday night.
I don't blame you.
Here's the 1-2. Fastball called, strike three. Wow, Robert Taylor. Almost as if he didn't have time to react. Thatcher Hurd comes right at him, records the second out of the inning. That's punch out number 7.
Well, I'm going to tell you, 1-2, a fastball in on the hands. That's major leaguish. That's not a whole lot of big leaguers that can handle that pitch. 1-2, everybody looks away, and he comes 94, 95 on the inner part. I mean, a perfectly placed fastball.
Chris Leone got aboard on a walk, his first at bat in the second inning. He'll come to the plate here with 2 outs, a runner at second. Hurd fires, and the breaking ball fouled off, out of play right side. Big win for women's basketball last night. Don't know if I'd put it in the revenge category, but maybe it was, as they get Auburn the second time around. This one missed outside, not by much. That'll make it 1 ball, 1 strike to Chris Leone. Another packed Maravich Center last night for women's basketball, the win over Auburn. Runner at second, 2 down. Tie game, 2-2. Hurd fires. It's low and inside. 2-1 now to Leone.
Yeah, last I saw they were projected 3 or 4 seed, I believe, Chris. I don't know if that's still the same. Maybe a week or so ago for the NCAA tournament. It'll be a fun March.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's a strike. Lower part of the zone there to Leone. That'll even it up 2-2.
Yeah, that's the spot you want to live if you Thatcher Hurd. Fastball down in the zone at the knees, outer part of the plate.
Runner at second, 2 down. Thatcher Hurd from the stretch, the 2-2, and they missed, I guess, high, maybe at the letters. Leone almost went around, but he held back. I'd like to see that one again. I don't know if it missed by much, but nonetheless fills the count 3-2. Payoff pitch from Thatcher Hurd. Missed outside. Ball 4. Second walk given up. Extends the inning here with 2 down. And gets the Seawolves back to the top of the order. We'll see Evan Fox. Fox a ground out to Braswell to start the game. Popped out foul territory at home plate to Brady Neal. Last time in the second. Paulson down at second base. Leone at first after the walk. We'll see Nate.
Keep having confidence, making pitch after pitch.
First delivery. Now to Fox. Misses inside, ball 1. That's the 69th pitch for Thatcher Hurd today. Imperative here, you close it down. Tie game 2-2. Runners first and second with 2 outs. Hurd checks the runner, now the 1-0. Low and away. Snap throw, but down to second base off the mark. Luckily there to get it was Milam, left of the bag. No harm done. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Again, missed low and away. Backhand pick off the dirt by Neal, and it's 3-0.
Now, Fox, one of their leading hitters a year ago, 2023. And you know he's not in that leadoff position because he can't hit. I mean, this is a scary hitter up there that can really run too. So infield's going to have to be on their toes.
The 3-0 misses low, and that's ball 4. So now the Seawolves will load the bases. Third walk of the day for Thatcher Hurd with 2 outs. Jay Johnson has made his way to the second step of the dugout. Now he'll retreat back down into the dugout here. Looks like he's going to communicate with some folks in the bullpen, and we have a left-hander up and warming now. Once again, Griffin Herring up and throwing. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Pitch to Santerre, the center fielder. Again misses outside the strike zone. Elusive now for Thatcher Hurd.
Santerre out of Bristol, Rhode Island. Graduate transfer from Rhode Island College. Guy that's been around for a while and veteran.
Key moment of the game thus far with 2 outs, bases loaded. The 1-0. Missed inside, ball 2. Delivery. Again inside to the right-hander, makes it 3 balls, no strikes. You mentioned the veteran Santerre at the plate. Coach Sink, you don't win 920-plus games if you don't know something about the game of baseball. The 3-0 take is on. It's a strike. Fastball, make it 3-1. Again, I believe, based on the numbers that of active coaches, well within the top 15, maybe close to top 10 in total wins. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. It's that fastball up to 94 and on the hands. Santerre can't find it, and now it's 3-2. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a 2-2 ball game. Here in the top of the 4th, Thatcher Hurd looks in. Santerre awaits the payoff pitch. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Keeps it 3-2. Fans enjoy the best barbecue at TJ Ribs, the official barbecue restaurant of LSU Athletics. Host of our LSU head coaches radio shows, located on Acadian Thruway. Visit tjribs.com, place your order. Thatcher Hurd looking to order a strike 3 here, or certainly a 3rd out. Another payoff pitch high and inside, ball 4. That'll walk in a run. Coming in to score will be Paulson. And the Seawolves back on top, 3-2.
Yeah, tough situation again. As you'd rather serve one up and him drive a base hit or even hit a ball in a gap than to just give him a run. And we're going to stick with him, though. We're going to see if he can battle out of this.
Goforth comes to the plate. He's been a strikeout victim twice, looking. And a breaking ball across the plate. Gets Hurd off to a good start, 0-1. Leone now at 3rd, Fox at 2nd. Santerre on the walk gets the RBI. He is at first base. Goforth, right-hander awaits. Hurd. The 0-1. Strike at the knees, 0-2. Comes back with a fastball there, low in the zone.
You got to get this pitch again up in the zone. 0-2. This has got to be an unhittable pitch. Or trust Neal, bury an off-speed pitch.
The 0-2 pitch comes back with a fastball, little up, but fouled off into the screen right side. One of those, as we said earlier, too close to take, and Goforth puts a swing on it, fouls it, stays alive. Oh, 0-2 the count. Bases loaded. Tigers trailing now 3-2. Thatcher gets his sign, comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase it down in the zone. LSU. Tigers come to the plate. Pearson, Bingham, and Braswell. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for the Tigers. They trail 3-2 to Stony Brook, bottom of the 4th inning. Smink fires the first delivery. Fastball pumped in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Pearson today, board on a walk, scored in the 2nd inning. The 0-1 to Josh. Inside at the knees, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Griffin Herring down in LSU's bullpen now, starting to play catch. Got a couple Seawolves down in Stony Brook's bullpen.
Another pitch inside, missing by Smink. That'll make it 2-1 to Pearson, batting .286. Smink's 2-1 delivery, way upstairs and outside, 3-1. Well, if you're Coach Zink at this point, again with the pitch count rising, this will be a 73rd pitch. As Pearson swats it foul out of play left side. You certainly got what you wanted from Eddie Smink in the start. His team leading 3-2. Held the Tigers to just one hit. Again, only one earned run. Payoff pitch to Pearson. Another swing into the air, but foul towards the seats down the line and left. And it takes a high bounce on the lower ball and takes a bounce to the second level. Fan making a great play on the bounce. It's a nice hand from the LSU faithful. Pearson ready to go. They have the shift on the infield. Three infielders to the right as Pearson bounces a ball foul down the first base line. Brett Paulson, the first baseman, hugging the line a good 15 feet behind the first base bag. Fox about 3 feet into shallow right field. And the shortstop Maselli good 10 feet right of the second base bag. 3-2 called, strike three on the inner half. Perfectly placed. You mentioned it earlier, Buzzy. 2 strikes, left-handed hitter, and he puts it right there on the inner black, right around belt high.
Yeah, went inner half, and 93 miles an hour. Smink still with good life on the fastball, and if he can continue to throw strikes, be interesting to see how far Coach Zink goes with him. You got left-handed pitcher. That's actually the designated hitter, Eric Paulson, getting loose in the bullpen.
That'll bring Mac Bingham to the plate. Had a base hit scored in the second inning. First pitch fastball misses high to Bingham. We'll shift the infield now to the left side. It's a swing and a miss, leaving it up 1-1. Now Goforth playing near the line at third. Maselli and Fox both playing left of the second base bag. Brett Paulson a man on an island to the right side. Here's the 1-1. Late swing, but fouls out of play to the right. It's 1-2 now to Mac Bingham.
Another thing that becomes difficult in Alex Box Stadium, you get this in a lot of stadiums, particularly here, is the shadows come into play, and that shadow is almost everything's shadowed at the plate and on the pitcher's mound except the pitcher. He's goes to light to dark.
1-2, breaking ball misses way outside. 2-2.
I always found it difficult to hit no matter what, Chris, but when you mix in the shadows, it becomes extremely difficult.
2-2 delivery to Bingham. Late swing and a miss, going to be picked up by Leon. He'll have to throw to first and does so for the second out of the inning. So 2 retired here. It's up to Michael Braswell to get something started. Braswell laid down a beautiful sac bunt, his first time up in the second inning. Eventually set up the 2 runs the LSU Tigers were able to plate in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs. Righty on righty matchup. The pitch to Braswell. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Another well-located fastball from Smink, outer part of the plate. Again, that ball's still zipping in there.
The 0-1 missed away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Braswell with his first home run of the year yesterday. Excuse me.
The 1-1. Late swing and a foul tip. Puts it behind in the count 1-2.
The South Carolina transfer, so a guy that's been around for a while and has done it at the SEC level.
Member of the all-freshman SEC team in 2022. Played 2 years with the Gamecocks. Here's the 1-2 to Braswell, and a swing and a miss. Eric Smink still cruising now. Emboldened after his team gives him a 3-2 lead. It's 1-2-3 go the winner of the third. Has a 1-0 count as Thatcher Hurd continues to work in his start. And there's a strike to even it up 1-1. And Hurd 5 hits, given up 3 runs, all 3 earned, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. Thatcher's 1-1 pitch to the plate. Missed outside, maybe a little low. It's 2-1. Pitch to Brown Earring, and he'll swing and miss. Fastball kept down. Brown Earring couldn't find it. It's 2-2.
You would think with Griffin Herring getting loose, catcher down in the bullpen, and really getting hot, that this would be Thatcher Hurd's last inning. Just assuming.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to the plate. Staying alive with a foul tap to the backstop is Brown Earring.
Approaching 90 pitches. He's at 88. You said it. Coach Johnson didn't give you a pitch count number, Chris, but he did kind of make the point that Thatcher would go longer than he did last week.
2-2, chopping but foul ground ball third base side. Keeps it 2-2. Yeah, if you read between the lines, was not concerned at all. Felt like he could let Thatcher go a little bit today. Goodness knows that's what the Tigers are counting on him as the season goes on. The 2-2 missed inside. Not sure if they got crossed up there. Neal awkwardly catching that and receiving that pitch, but it's missed for ball 3. Now a full count. Leadoff hitter Brown Earring at the plate. The 3-2 pitch, ground ball to third, backhanded by White. Beautiful play, the throw, and a great stretch. And first by Jones will get the runner for out number 1. It's a great play by White to get to it. Throws across his body, and how about Jared Jones doing his best Trey Morgan stretch at first base?
Yeah, really nice job of Tommy White moving to his right, catching the backhand, making a good strong throw across the diamond. And you're right, big Jared Jones learning the position over there. He's came in as a catcher and just seems like he fits at first base though with that size.
Big target. Here's Paulson, Brett Paulson that is. Fouls off the first pitch into the screen. Fastball still coming in around 93, 94 mile an hour for Thatcher Hurd. This will be the 93rd pitch of his outing today. Here's the 0-1. Watch out. Inside, spins Paulson away from the plate, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Found over the last inning and a half, Thatcher's lost a little bit of the command for the off-speed pitch. He's had pretty good command of it all day. Starting to kind of hang up there a little bit.
The 1-1. Drops in low, 2-1 now to Paulson. One out, nobody on, a 2-1 count. Pitch from Hurd, base hit up the middle. The 6th hit of the day for Stony Brook, and a 1-out single for Brett Paulson, who hails from New York, New York.
Paulson's had a nice day and stayed right back through the middle, took a fastball down in the zone. Not a bad pitch, but didn't try to do too much. Didn't try to pull off of it. That's what the good hitters do. When the youngsters, when you're teaching them, you want to stay back through the middle. Don't pull off everything.
3-2 Stony Brook leading. New pitcher on the mound for LSU in place of Thatcher Hurd. It'll be Griffin Herring taking over now on the mound for the Tigers. As Stony Brook, a runner at first, one out. Coming to the plate will be the DH, Eric Paulson.
Yeah, Griffin Herring coming in. He's actually making his second appearance of this year, but last year he was 5-2 with a 3.93 ERA. Did have 2 saves and 34 in the third innings pitch. Gave up 32 hits, 15 runs, 19 walks, and 41 strikeouts in those 34 innings.
Paulson, the left-hander, takes the first pitch, and Herring finds the strike zone. It's 0-1. Appearances last year as a reliever. Had a 5-2 record, did Herring. 3.93 ERA. The 0-1, ground ball towards short. Could be 2. Braswell scoops it. Milam, relay to first. In time for the twin killing. Second double play of the season by the Tigers. Another double play brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Griffin Herring, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Jay Johnson said we got to find a way to get to the Seawolves bullpen. They've got a couple of arms warming now, but Smink has been fantastic today for Coach Sink and Stony Brook. There's another called strike, quickly clean behind in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, double barrel action in Stony Brook's bullpen. You've got that's right-hander Ty Stout.
The 0-2 to Kling. Just missed outside, maybe at the letters. It's 1-2.
And the left-hander is the designated hitter actually for Stony Brook, Eric Paulson.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Defense is shifted to the left side of the infield for Kling, the right-hander. He goes opposite field. Why not? Into right center field. Kling with a leadoff single. Tigers find their second hit off of Smink today. Paxton Kling has the honors. Now to the top of the order, Stephen Milam, who was a strikeout victim in the first, flied out to center field back in the second inning.
Kling took a fastball with 2 strikes. That was a heck of a take because it was a really good pitcher's pitch. Off the plate a little bit, and then that all-speed pitch from Smink. Paxton did a nice job of staying the other way with it.
Milam goes ground ball, but this one could be 2. Maselli gets it to Fox, and the relay to first in time just beats Milam, so the base pad's cleared as the Seawolves turn a double play, and it's just what Eddie Smink was looking for as he gives a attaboy to his shortstop, Matt Maselli.
Yeah, Taylor made double play. Ball hit hard enough. Milam runs well, but ball just hit too well, and it was hit right at Maselli. All he was able to do, flip it over to Fox. Easy turn for the 6-4-3 double play.
Tommy White to the plate, looking for his first hit today, flat out to center field. Then hit one right back to Smink. The 1-3 put out back in the second. Here's the pitch to Tommy. Did he go around? They say he did not. Pitch low and away, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, these are the games when, you know, like, as a head coach, Jay Johnson, you know it was going to be difficult to score runs. We had conditions like this last week, and it was a low-scoring game.
1-0, big swing, but fouled off the bat of Tommy White. 1-1.
And in a perfect world, I mean, you want an offense. You love the homer. Everybody loves the homer. That gives you runs right away. That's how you produce runs. But you love to have an offense that can do it a lot of different ways. Bunt, hit and run, move the guys over, you know, draw a walk, get hit by pitches, all those things.
The 1-1. Here's a base hit. Ground ball into left center field. Tommy White gets his first hit of the day, a 2-out single. Drives a 94-mile-an-hour fastball just left of second base, burning the dirt as it went by.
And the thing about LSU, I mean, last year, if you look at their stats, they only stole 30 bases as a team. So they're not a team that's going to run a whole lot. They like to, you know, bang it around from an offense. But again, when you do that, a little one-dimensional, it can be tough when you have conditions like this. Now, the good news is the conditions won't stay like this all year.
Hayden Travinski to the plate. First pitch missing low. Ball 1. Hayden today, a walk in the first, grounded out to the third baseman Goforth in the third. Looking for his first hit today. White, short lead off first. Smink from the stretch, the 1-0. Good eye, miss low and inside to Travinski. It's 2-0. Two outs, bottom of the fifth. 3-2 Seawolves lead. Jammed him up, popped up, but out of play behind us. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fans, when the Tigers win, you win. Enter promo code LSU50 the day after an LSU baseball win, which, hint, hint, they won yesterday. You receive 50% off your online order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. 2-1 the count to Travinski. The pitch. Strike on the outer half. Fastball down and away, right at the knees to Travinski. 2-2. Smink, quick glance to first. Now the 2-2 pitch and a called strike 3. Comes back with a breaking ball outside corner. Smink with the leading 3-2 over LSU as Stony Brook comes to the plate. Shortstop Maselli will lead it off. It's 7, 8, and 9 due up. Griffin Herring came in, elicited a double play to get out of it for the Tigers there in the top half of the 5th inning. So looking to get a full inning of work here as the first pitch misses. Second delivery is there for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to that fastball, and it's 1-2 for Maselli.
Chris, you and Doug were talking about all the guys in the 95-mile-an-hour club, but then you bring in a guy like Griffin Herring who is 93, 94.
The 1-2 missed outside from the left side, no doubt.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of guys, too, from the. Remember, there was a time at LSU where it seemed like we didn't have a ton of left-handed pitchers. Now, every time you look down in the bullpen, a left-hander is getting loose.
2-2 the count to Maselli. Here's the pitch inside, ball 3, 3-2. Herring square to the plate. Now will wind. 3-2 pitch. Belted ground ball to second. Milam backpedals, fields it, throws to first. Great play by the Tigers second baseman to record out number 1 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Boy, that's the way you handle a moving ground ball. Milam, great fundamentals there.
Yeah, it was moving with some velocity. Got the good hop, good strong throw to Jones at first base. You see why Coach Jay Johnson and the staff went over to New Mexico to get that young kid. Ball player.
Now we'll see Robert Taylor. He had a double with an RBI in the second. He was caught looking by Hurd in the 4th inning. He'll swing and miss as Herring, 94 on the gun, gets it by him. 0-1. Lefty on righty matchup. The pitch missed low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fans, find out how you can build a better workday every day with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com. Get ready for the workday. The 1-1. Nicely placed on the inner half from Herring. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Quickly working the 1-2 in the air, but foul. Going to find its way to the seats down the way in right. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coming up, we'll update you on what's going on around the SEC. As Buzzy mentioned before first pitch, a lot of teams taking advantage of the nice weather here across the SEC and late February. This one fouled off the bat of Taylor into the screen. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taylor awaits the 1-2 off speed, just missed the outside corner. Herring thought he got him. So did LSU's fans. It's 2-2. Two-two pitch. Look out. Foul ball. Jumps into the first base dugout. Everyone out of the way. Still an even count to Robert Taylor. Herring, the left-hander, the 2-2 pitch, and he fights this one off again, fouls it into the screen.
Chris, you mentioned about Jay Johnson said they're in a good spot pitching wise for the weekend, and the depth on this team pitching wise is as good as it's been in a long time. Remember, after last weekend, they started Cade Anderson on Monday.
2-2 is a slow rolling ground ball to third. Picked up by White. Throws a bullet to first and records the second out of the inning. Taylor retired 5-3.
Cade Anderson started on Monday, and the freshman from St. Paul's comes in throwing 95 miles an hour and had a really good outing. But that was a guy. Not saying he's that far on the depth chart, but I mean, you're talking about the fourth game in 4 days, and Cade Anderson gets to start, and a guy that would probably be a Friday, Saturday guy on a lot of teams in the country.
Junior right-hander Chris Leone, the catcher, swings and misses at the first offering, and it's 0-1.
Guy like Griffin Herring coming in, you just hear all the big names, and then you see guys like a Griffin Herring come in and do such a great job for this team.
Pitch just missed outside, not by much, but it's 1-1 now to Leone. Leone came into the game batting 143. He'll turn, square to bunt, try to pull it back, but a called strike, and he falls behind 1-2.
Like the way Herring works too. He gets the baseball, gets back on the mound. He's not messing around. A lot of these LSU pitchers work quick, and Herring is one of them.
With 2 outs, the 1-2, called strike 3. Painted the outer black does Griffin Herring, and that will end it for the Seawolves here. Good to have you with us. 3-2. Stony Brook with the lead. Tigers come to the plate. Brady Neal will lead it off. New pitcher on the mound, Paulson, as we told you, who started as the designated hitter, coming in as a left-handed reliever for Eddie Smeek, who had a marvelous performance today for the Seawolves. And on a called strike, Neal now looking at 1 ball and 1 strike. Neal today a walk in the first, grounded out to the first baseman unassisted last time. Swings and lifts this one foul out of play left side. Falls behind in the count 1-2.
Eric Paulson, the left-hander, making his second appearance of the year. He has a 7.71 ERA. Has thrown 2 1/3 innings.
Another swing, another foul ball, third base side into the screen. Still 1-2.
In those 2 1/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. He's a fastball, slider, changeup guy.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Lefty on lefty matchup. Again, another foul ball off the end of the bat.
And on his fastball, he'll be anywhere from 85 to 89 miles an hour. That one there at 87 from the left-hander.
Here's the 1-2 to Neal. This one roped to right center field. Neal making the wide turn, having to chase it Santerre, and putting on the brakes is Neal. He had ideas, but a good job by Santerre to get to it. Glove it cleanly, comes up throwing. Holds Neal to a single, but a leadoff single nonetheless. The Tigers get a runner aboard here to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Fans, don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your $59 AC system check. AccuTim Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. We'll see Jared Jones. Jones, a couple of strikeouts today. He'll try his hand against Paulson for the first time today. The first pitch off speed, called strike, 0-1. Jones caught swinging in the first and third. The pitch outside, ball 1. Neal a short lead off of first. Paulson to the plate. It's in the dirt, blocked up by Leone. Two-one delivery, off speed but upstairs. Now 3 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, we got a little time to give you a scoreboard update. Couple games in progress at the moment. Bottom of the 6th in Round Rock, Texas. Washington State is leading 4-1 over Kentucky.
3-1, a strike at the knees. That will fill it up now to Jared Jones. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Georgia is winning big over Northern Kentucky, 12-1. That game in the top of the 6th. South Carolina blanking Belmont 4-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the 2nd in Knoxville, Tennessee, and Albany 0-0.
Jones skies one high in the air to left center field. Brown Earring coming over. On the track, this one onto the wall and going to be handled by Santerre. Above the Assurance Financial sign, out in left center. Again, into the wind, blowing left to right. Jones skies it a mile high, kept carrying against the wind, but the ballpark holds it. Santerre makes the play, and the first out of the inning.
You said it best, partner. That ball was hit so high and so far that I thought it had no chance of even getting to the warning track. It just goes to show you how strong Jared Jones is. You said it. If anybody could do it or flirt with it, it would be Jones. And I thought that was going to be a recipe for disaster for the outfield.
Pearson swings and misses. He comes to the plate. One out, still a runner at first.
Brown Earring and Santerre were kind of converging together, and I just thought it was not going to end well, but a nice play to come down with the catch.
The 0-1. Breaking ball in for a strike. Jumps ahead of Pearson now 0-2. Josh today a walk and scored in the second. Caught looking last time in the fourth inning. Guarantee you that baseball has some burn marks on it. The rotation against that wind. The 0-2. Stayed back, missed high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The inertia alone of the wind and the baseball, battling it out. There's your science lesson for the day. Here's the 1-2. Low and outside to the left-hander Pearson, 2-2.
About to say, I'd love to know the physics on all of that, how that just went down. Because you're right, with that wind howling in, I don't know how that ball kept carrying.
Runner at first. Here's the 2-2 to Pearson. Lifts it foul out of play left side. Count remains 2-2. Fans Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold. They fight for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier proud to be an official partner of LSU athletics. Brady Neal led it off with a single to right center field. He's at first base. Jones flied out deep to left center. Here's the 2-2 to Pearson. Drives it to center field. Santerre going back and with the glove makes the grab. Neal will retreat back to first base. Now 2 gone. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mac Bingham to the plate, had a base hit, scored in the second. Strikeout victim to Smink in the 4th, and the first delivery from Paulson, a called strike. One thing about Paulson, the left-hander coming here, pounding the strike zone early.
Yeah,
LSU with a couple of hits, or rather 1 hit and a couple of good smacks. Nothing to show for it. That one missed low, 1-1.
You're right, and it's a really big difference from what they've seen up to this point with Smink. You've got Smink, who was up to 94 miles an hour, 95 miles an hour even. You've got 86, 87 with a lot of off-speed pitches from Paulson.
This one inside, gets away from Leon, goes right of home plate. And Neal quickly into second base. So the Tigers, a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Mac Bingham, big opportunity here. Looking at a 2-1 count as he steps back into the batter's box. Paulson checks the runner. Now the 2-1. Bingham. Chopper down the line, but foul at third base. Moves it to an even count. 2-2.
Yeah, the guys with velocity like Smink, you've got to have quicker hands. You don't want to go out and get the baseball as a hitter. You got to have the quick hands, but when you change it up and go to a guy who throws not as much velocity, you got to really stay back.
2-2, I think, hit the batter. Got him on the lower leg, and that will send Bingham down to first base. Again, hit by pitch. LSU racking them up early here in the season. That's number 19 on the year. They had 17 through 5 games, Buzzy. Last year, 10 through 5 games.
Wow.
So, again, they set a program record a year ago. Well on their way here. But more importantly, in the short term, it puts runners first and second with 2 outs. We'll see Michael Braswell to the plate. Pitch to Braswell. Missed high, 1-0. Braswell laid down a sac bunt in the second. Was a strikeout victim to Smink in the 4th. That time Paulson able to find the strike zone. A little action on the bender. It's 1-1. Neal at second, hit by pitch. Bingham at first. Here's a swing by Braswell. Foul tip, rolls to the backstop, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, fans, a reminder, don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text the word home run to 31996. Get your $59 AC system check. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. The 1-2 to the plate. Braswell had thoughts but holds back. It misses outside. Make it 2-2.
Yeah, good take from Braswell. I know home plate umpire Jeff Head is getting a lot of comments from LSU fans, but that was a pitch that could have went either way, and I thought it was off the plate. Good call.
The 2-2 way outside. And that'll fill the count to Braswell. Putting the pressure now on Eric Paulson, the relief pitcher. Neal led off with a single. Hit a batter, puts a runner at first. With 2 down, payoff pitch from Paulson to Braswell on its way. In the air, foul territory, right side, the wind carrying it, and again, it will get out of play.
A good thing for Stony Brook, because right fielder Taylor never saw it. That ball was out of play anyway, but he kind of ran to the foul line and really had no idea where it was going to end up.
Gives Braswell another chance here with a full count, 3-2. Tigers down, trailing 3-2 to Stony Brook here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runners first and second, 2 out. Here's the pitch from Paulson. Ground ball towards short. Takes a high hop. Maselli fields, throws to first. The stretch by Paulson for the 7th inning. Leading things off, Evan Fox atop the order for the Seawolves. And the first pitch from Herring, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Herring, second pitcher of the day, in for Thatcher Hurd. Got his second start on the season. Here's the 0-1. In the air, foul, first base side. Jones, a quick jump to get to it, but it will be out of play just behind the first base dugout into the seats. And it is 0-2. Thatcher Hurd, by the way, 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. Finished the game with 95 pitches before handing the baseball over to Griffin Herring, the left-hander. The 0-2 again swung on, high in the air, foul territory, down the line and right. Pearson just in foul territory, able to find it, make the play for out number 1. And you mentioned it a moment ago. Again, you're battling the wind. Right now, you're battling the sun. When that ball went in the air, Jared Jones at first base immediately said, I have no idea where it is.
Yeah, any ball hit out to really the right side. So you're talking second base, first base, and then right field. It's not a no-brainer that it's an out. You've got to stay with it the whole way.
Santerre, the center fielder, he's been busy defensively today. Made some spectacular plays in his own right. Takes the first pitch, a called strike. A couple of strikeouts, a board on a walk. Bases loaded, brought in a run in the 4th inning. This one missed low. They appeal down to first. They say he went around. That'll make it 0-2.
Yeah, it could be a big momentum top half here if LSU with the top of the lineup can get a 1-2-3, kind of get that big momentum back in their dugout.
The 0-2 fastball misses out. 1-2. In our umpires today, veteran Jeff Head behind the plate, Kevin Sweeney first base, Douglas Vines at second, Brandon Cooper down the line at third. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 1-2 pitch, low and in the dirt. 2-2.
I like that pitch from Herring. 1-2, went with the slider down, kind of that back foot slider to the right-handed hitter. Now 2. Is that the 2-2 pitch or 1-2 pitch? Still a good pitch. Good take.
In the air on a swing, high to left field, but not very deep. Bingham, though, was playing in left center, had to run a ways, and he's able to get it in shallow left field for out number 2. So with 2 gone, again trying to get the momentum. Griffin Herring trying to quickly get LSU back in the dugout. They'll have Paxton Kling, top of the order, Milam and White due up after the 7th inning stretch here. Evan Goforth at the plate. Got 3 strikeouts on the day, but Herring lost the grip on that one. Throws it outside to the backstop. It's 1-0. Caught looking was Goforth in the first, caught looking in the 3rd, and went down swinging in the 4th inning. Herring looks in, now starts the wind. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. ball, 1 strike. You talked earlier about the shadows with afternoon games. To start the game, the batter's box and a little bit of the infield grass was in the shade. Now there's just a sliver of sunlight, so the baseball's coming out of the shadows from Herring as that one's fouled off from Goforth to make it 1-2. Two outs, nobody on. 3-2, Stony Brook leading LSU. 2 outs, the 1-2. Little tapper, and it's going to be down the line, foul at third. Goforth will come back, pick up the bat, and look at a 1-2 count once again. Help shape the future of medicine, fans. You can join clinical trial at Velocity Clinical Research. Participants will receive compensation, can receive it, can access potential medicines in development, get study-related exams at no cost. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. Two gone, top of the 7th. Goforth, the right-hander. Herring, the lefty, and now time call. Stepping out is Goforth, granted time by Jeff Head. Herring now starts the wind, the 1-2. Just missed outside, not by much. Herring thought he might have gotten the outer black. Goforth had thoughts, but was able to hold his bat back. No appeal down to first. It wasn't close, and now it's 2-2. Herring now working quick. The 2-2 off speed, in on the hands, fouled in the screen right of home plate.
I've been very impressed with Herring up to this point. He's got good command of the fastball. When he's missing, as we saw in that previous pitch, that fastball was just off the plate. Gives the hitter a lot to think about whether to pull that trigger or not. But he's all over the plate right now.
2 outs, 2-2 count. Herring to the plate, and this one up the middle. One bouncer handled by Braswell. Throws a stretch again by Jones for out number 3. Kling will start the bottom of the 7th inning with a base hit to left field. First pitch he sees from reliever Paulson. Drives it right by and through the 6th hole. No chance for Maselli to get to it. And a good start for the Tigers, trailing 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Again, that moves the Tigers to the top of the order.
Would you say earlier, Chris, like a second leadoff hitter in that 9 hole? Well, Paxton Kling doing a good job of being that leadoff hitter and getting it to the top of the lineup.
Milam switch hitting now against the left-hander. Bats from the right side. The first pitch misses outside, and it's 1-0.
Right-hander Ty Stout still getting loose in Stony Brook's bullpen.
Pitch to Milam. This one driven to left field. Brown Earring going back near the track, able to get to it in time. Again, not much doing against the wind. Smoked off the bat of Milam.
Yeah, good swing.
Doesn't play well today in today's park.
It was a good swing. Ball hit right on the nose.
Wow, we've got 3 fighter jets flying by. That's the applause you hear from the fans here at the box. Beautiful formation as they fly left to right. Here's Tommy White with 1 out. He'll take a big hack, foul it out of play right side.
Well, they were flying left to right. Hopefully Tommy White can get one in that jet stream, if you will, and get it out to right field.
Runner at first and Paxton Kling. Plenty of speed there with 1 out. White swings and a ground ball foul, third base side. Falls behind, 0-2. Tigers looking to heat it up on the field. Fans, whenever you're ready to cool it down as the summer months come our way, count on Slow Melt Ice. Colder, cleaner, and longer lasting since 1997. Count on Slow Melt Ice. That's SLOMELTICE.com. SlowMeltIce.com. The 0-2 missed outside from Paulson, make it 1-2 off speed to Tommy White, not biting. Two-strike approach. White awaits. Kling at first. The pitch from Paulson in the dirt. Leon able to get the glove and body in front of it. Kling will stay put at first base. 2-2 now to White.
We mentioned LSU's not really a team that manufactures. They don't steal a lot of bases or hit and run, but a guy that can run is Paxton Kling. The problem is left-handed pitcher Paulson can do a good job of holding him.
This one inside in the dirt, and there goes Kling. He read it, was off and running to second base. The throw down nowhere close. So the Tigers get a little aggressive. Great heads-up play by Kling. Gets the potential tying run in scoring position here with just one out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Man, did he get to second base quick.
Well, and that's what you got to do. You got to read that down angle. You've got to anticipate ball in the dirt, keep anticipating, and then when it happens, you got to react to what you see. Kling did that.
3-2, and White fouls it off to stay alive.
And again, even if a catcher's able to block a ball perfectly and it gets right in front of him, if you break before that ball gets to the dirt, if you see and read down angle, it's virtually impossible for a catcher to pick it up and throw you out.
Another payoff pitch to White. Just missed inside. Good eye by Tommy. He earns the walk. That'll put runners first and second with one out.
That was a heck of a pitch and a better take. And I think Tommy White might have got a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, being the nation's RBI leader last year, as that was a heck of a pitch. But again, good take, and Tigers got something cooking.
Kling at second, White at first. Here's Stravinsky. Hayden today 0 for 2. Did reach base by way of walk in the first. Now we got time called. Looks like Coach Sink calling for time. Going to go out and visit with Paulson here. Again, they have a right-hander who has been warming, and Sink back to the dugout. Stravinsky back to the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch from Paulson. Ground ball. This one could be 2. Going to be taken by Fox, who is playing left to the bag. He'll step on the second base bag. Throw to first for the twin killing. And LSU's threat is through. Top of the 8th inning. Stony Brook with a 3-2 lead over LSU here in Baton Rouge. Matt Brown Airing will be at the plate. Griffin Herring gets him to swing and miss, and it's 0-1. Brown Airing today 1 for 3. Part of that 2-run inning in the second. Had a base hit and scored a run. Herring misses low and inside near the ankles, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The Tigers big opportunity, but the Seawolves with a double play on the defensive shift, handled nicely by Fox at second base. Here's a slow bouncing ground ball on the short hop, going to be fielded by Braswell, but the throw not in time. Beating it out is Brown Airing. And again, Buzzy, we can go back, watch it on replay. Braswell playing deep in the hole at the 6th spot, came flying in, played it great off the bounce, but just again, better effort down the line. I don't think he could do anything better.
You said it best, Chris. I mean, Braswell comes in, doesn't bobble it. I mean, just playing so deep, and Brown Airing, was moving down the line. Nothing you can do, just beat it out.
So the leadoff man aboard with an infield single. Bring Brett Paulson to the plate, first baseman. Griffin Herring again in relief of Thatcher Hurd. Game was all tied after 2 innings, but Stony Brook able to get a run in the top of the 4th. That's the difference. Here's the 0-1 from Herring. This is low. Ball 1.
Yeah, Chris, you mentioned that double play ball by Stravinsky. That was about the only spot in the infield he could have hit it that they could have turned a double play. They had the big shift on, and even though Stravinsky's not a blazer down the line, as that is a swing and a miss for strike 2, but even though Stravinsky's not a blazer, with the shift, it would have been hard for them to turn the double play, and he literally hit a ball moving with some velocity exactly at the short or second baseman and able to turn the double play.
Runner at first, no outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Paulson awaits. Herring fires. Somewhere missed outside. That is going to draw the ire of LSU fans. And again, Griffin Herring taking a little quick trip around the mound. He thought he also had great placement there, maybe just off the plate, but did not miss by much. 2-2 the count. Herring fires. Chopper towards second base. Braswell can't get to it. It'll find its way into shallow center field. Back-to-back hits, and the Seawolves now runners first and second, and nobody out in the top of the 8th.
Right-handed pitcher Sam Dutton is getting loose in LSU's bullpen. Another decent pitch. I mean, fastball on the outer part of the plate, and Paulson just doesn't try to do too much. Didn't hit it terribly hard, but as I like to say, he hit it where they ain't, and they weren't right there.
Time call. Jay Johnson asking for time. Jeff Head will grant it. He'll head out to the mound here. Again, with the Seawolves off to a great start, leading 3-2. They have back-to-back singles here to start the top of the 8th inning. Throw down in the bullpen.
Yeah, you wonder if it's just, hey, if they're going to give up a bunt, if they're going to sacrifice guys over, let's just work on getting the out and pitching in the clutch.
Showing bunt. Eric Paulson tries to low down the bunt. Nail throws to second base. And the throw to third to Tommy White gets away from him, and safely into third goes Brown Ehring. Again, huge lead off of second. Neal saw it, throws to second, but credit Brown Ehring. He immediately said, if you're going to throw to second, I'll try my chances at third. And he's able to get there in time.
Yeah, Brown Ehring got caught in no man's land with the bunt attempt. He was out by a mile at second base, but Tommy White just dropped the ball. He was a good relay to third base and just didn't squeeze it over at third to put the tag on him.
Jay Johnson wanting a clarification there, talking with Jeff Head, but that conversation ends quickly. And again, with nobody out, Seawolves now runners on the corners. That's a snap decision that Brown Ehring had to make once he took that large lead. The ball was sent to second base. He just made tracks to third. 1-0 the count to Paulson, who again started the game as the DH. Now the relief pitcher for Stony Brook. This one misses low, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, he was committed. Once he was out, I mean, he did the right thing by trying to get to third base. Let's try to see if they can make the play at third, and they didn't, LSU, but a little bit of a tough break for the Tigers.
2-0, swing and a miss. 2-1 now to Paulson, who on the day is 1 for 3. Caught looking by Hurd in the second, a single and scored in the fourth, and hit into that double play back in the 5th inning to end the inning. Pitch to the plate, misses low from Griffin. 3 balls, 1 strike.
LSU will play back in the middle, trying to turn a double play. The corners, Tommy White and Jared Jones at third and first, are playing even with the bag, so they may try to cut the runner down at home plate.
3-1 pitch down in the dirt, blocked up by Neal, but it's ball 4. That'll load the bases for Stony Brook with nobody out in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, that is, what is that, walk number 5? Yeah, walk number 5 on the day. You said it, Chris, earlier in the game. That's the one thing, if you're getting particular, you'd like to see the pitching staff clean up a hair.
That'll be all for Griffin Herring. Jay Johnson on his way out. We'll see Sam Dutton come out of the bullpen here as the Tigers make a pitching change. Powered by your hometown John Deere dealers, Sunshine. Stony Brook leading by a run, 3-2. They're threatening here in the top of the 8th with the bases loaded and nobody out. New pitcher coming in for the Tigers. We'll get back to it. This is
Braswell and Milam in the middle playing back.
Maselli at the plate. Takes the first pitch from Dutton. A fastball missed high, 1-0. Maselli today a single with an RBI in the second. Strikeout in the fourth. Ground out to Stephen Milam at second base in the 6th inning. Dutton's 1-0 pitch. That's a strike to even it up 1-1. One delivery and a called strike. Maselli thought about going after it, but held back. But the fastball in for a strike now. Dutton ahead in the count, 1-2. Bases loaded. Dutton's 1-2 pitch fouled off the end of the bat to the first base dugout.
Well, Maselli spoiled off a heck of a pitch from Dutton. That was a slider working off the plate. I'm not sure how he touched it.
Dutton comes set, bases loaded. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Dutton comes in, punches out Maselli for the first out of the inning.
Now, that was a hair more off the plate than the pitch before. And again, I'm not sure he touched the pitch before, but couldn't hit that one. I'm talking about a perfect pitcher's pitch and just what the doctor ordered for LSU. Now, certainly play the defense back in the middle, and you try to get that double play ball and get yourself out of this inning.
Maselli, as he's walking to the dugout, had some words for Robert Taylor, who's coming to the plate now. First pitch, ground ball, bouncer down the third base line. Maybe trying to help his teammate with some information there. And then also, as he walked by Taylor, grab Leone, who's on the on-deck circle here. So Sam Dutton certainly has their attention, but work left to do with one out, the bases loaded. Here's the 0-1. Too far down in the zone, called ball one. Under the zone, I should say. It's 1-1. Taylor with a semi-closed stance from the right side. Pitch missed inside at the belt. 2-1. Rung up at 94 miles an hour off the arm of Sam Dutton. Bases loaded, one out. 2-1. Down the line, fair ball at third, into the corner. Down into the left field corner. That will score Brown Earring. That will score Paulson, and they will hold up Eric Paulson. He'll go back to third, but a two-run double off the bat of Taylor right down the third base line. That'll make it a 5-2 Stony Brook lead.
Well, bases loaded. A pitch before that one was kind of up in the zone and was called a ball, so hitter got himself into a good hitter's count, was hunting a fastball. Again, bases loaded 2-1. Pretty much know you're going to get one, and Taylor was able to turn it around and keep it fair down the third base line. And Tigers got their work cut out for themselves, I should say.
So now with runners second and third and one out, they'll bring all of the infield in just off the cut of the grass. For Chris Leone, who is 0 for 1, a couple of walks, caught looking last time in the sixth, showing bunt. And now they got, I believe, Paulson caught up in a rundown between third and home. They do. Tommy White, he'll toss to Jones. Jones going to try to sprint and apply the tag, and does, as Paulson tried to retreat back to third. Well, so Leone shown bunt. They had the squeeze on right down the line, but Paulson too far. And a great pitch for Neal to work with. They started the rundown and they get the second out.
Yeah, somebody missed the signal. When you put a suicide squeeze on, which is what it looked like, as Paulson was kind of committed all the way down the third base line, but Leone pulled back, and that pitch was a ball, but it wasn't that far off the plate where if you had the suicide squeeze on, you've got to try to put a bat on it.
Yeah, some miscommunication there. Helps out the Tigers, gets the second out. Again, the runner did advance from second to third, and Taylor, a swing and a miss by Leone now will make it 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now, if it was the safety squeeze, then Leone did right. You know, a safety squeeze, the runner's got to wait for that ball to be bunted into fair play.
The 1-1. There's a strike to make it 1-2. Yeah, regardless, somebody missed
I don't know who it was.
Signal somewhere. Taylor with a lead off third. 5-2 Stony Brook leads here in the top of the 8th inning. Sam Dutton's 1-2 pitch fouled back into the screen. Keeps it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Want to invite you on March 18th to join us for the season premiere of the Jay Johnson Show, live from TJ Ribs, presented by Our Lady of the Lake. We'll all get started at 6 o'clock on March 18th. You can make it. Come on out and join us. We'll talk Fighting Tiger baseball with the skipper. If not, tune in on Eagle 98.1 FM here in Baton Rouge. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner at third with 2 down. The pitch from Dutton just missed a little high, maybe a tad outside. The purple and gold faithful letting home plate umpire Jeff Head hear about it. Runner at third, 2 outs. 5-2. Stony Brook leads by 3 runs. Dutton's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. In the top of the second, a run in the fourth, and 2 more in the 8th. Stony Brook leads 5-2 over LSU as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers will have 4, 5, and 6 due up. Brady Neal will start it off. He fouls off the first pitch from Eric Paulson, the left-handed relief pitcher for the Seawolves, and it's 0-1. Neal will let this one sail outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brady today aboard on a walk in the first. Grounded out to Brett Paulson at first base in the 3rd and had a base hit last time in the 6th inning. Good eye, another pitch low. It's now 2-1 as more activity starts to ramp up for the Seawolves down in the left field bullpen. Here's the 2-1. And Neal swats it high in the air down the line in right, but this one going to be foul and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, we talked about the great job of Eric Smink in the start today. He was fantastic for Stony Brook, but let's credit Eric Paulson, who started the game and continues to be the DH, doing a pretty good job in this bridge opportunity here as this one's fouled out of play down the left line. Keeps it 2-2 to Brady Neal. 2-2 delivery. Called strike 3. Neal down on strikes, 1 gone, bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, well, I was going to mention it before that last pitch. Paulson seems to be a strike thrower, which in these conditions, LSU is going to have to earn everything they get. And so running out of at bats, this is going to be all LSU wants. This is going to be a big challenge with 5 more outs left.
Jared Jones made an attempt, tried to hold back, but went around. It's 0-1. Jones today, a couple of strikeouts, 1 in the first, 1 in the 3rd. Smashed the ball to left center field, but the wind kept it in the park, and the play was made by Santerre. There's a swing and a miss, and quickly Jones down 0-2.
A good changeup. He's got good feel for the off-speed pitches, does Paulson, throwing them for strikes. I always talk about you can't tell me you have this many pitches if you can't throw them for strikes.
Pitch inside with the 0-2 delivery. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And as you said, Chris, Paulson has done a nice job of coming on for Smink and throwing a lot of strikes, making LSU earn it.
Earlier today, Stony Brook falls to Northwestern State 5-2 as Jones swings a ground ball to short. Maselli deep in the hole with a strong arm throw to first in time for the 2nd out of the inning, and that will leave it up to Josh Pearson here with 2 gone. Had to shift on to the left side of the infield with a right-handed hitting Jones. Now they'll shift Evan Fox back to just right of second base, or I should say Maselli, the shortstop. They've got Fox deep in the hole in shallow right field, the second baseman. First pitch missed outside to Pearson. It's 0-1.
And right-hander Ty Stout is still the Seawolf getting loose in the bullpen.
This pitch missed outside. 1-1 the count to Pearson. Josh today aboard on a walk. In his first at bat, he will pop this one up. Right center field. Santerre coming over. Under it and has it for out number 3. And the Tigers go 1-2-3 at the bottom of the 8th inning. We head to the top of the 9th. Stony Brook leading LSU 5-2. Back after this. This is Fighting Tiger Baseball. Top of the order due up for the Seawolves. Fox will lead it off. Evan Fox today takes the first pitch from Dutton. It's a ball high, and it's 1-0. He's 0 for 3. Did reach base on a walk in the fourth. Dutton's 1-0 pitch. Spun him around. He couldn't hold back, and it's recorded as a strike. 1-1. Dutton, the right-hander, with the 1-1, going to hit Fox right square in the back. So the leadoff man aboard once again for the Seawolves. Tigers again. 11 strikeouts from the staff today. 5 walks and now a hit batter, so 6 free passes for a team in Stony Brook that has 5 runs on 9 hits.
Yeah, and this is a guy you got to be careful on first base. Evan Fox, he can and will steal. 39 stolen bases last year for this team.
Santerre batting in the 2 spot, 0 for 3 today, and the pitch high, and Neal snap throw to first. Fox back safely with a head first slide. It's 1-0 to Santerre. Struck out in the first and second. Was walked with the bases loaded to bring in a run in the fourth and flied out to left field to Bingham last time in the 7th. Here's the 1-0 from Dutton. A called strike, and it's 1-1. Fox again extends his lead off of first. Dutton, the right-hander, will look over. And a quick turn and throw, and back safely again is Evan Fox. Of course, if you've got a last name Fox, I mean, you got to be able to move quickly.
That's a good point.
The 1-1 pitch to the plate, missed high from Dutton. 2-1.
I mean, 39. That's swiping some bags. 39 of 45 last year. So, again, wouldn't be surprised if at some point you see him in motion.
Dutton looks to first. Now the 2-1 pitch to the plate. Got him to chase upstairs. That'll leave it up 2-2.
Yeah, really, it's been the middle part of the lineup for Stony Brook that's caused the damage. Middle to latter part of the lineup. The first 3 guys are 0 for 10 on the day.
2-2 pitch. Missed high. Fills the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Looking to record the first out here in the top of the 9th inning. Keep it a 5-2 Stony Brook lead with a chance for the Tigers in the bottom half. Quick turn, another throw. And Fox back to the bag. Just like last weekend, the Tigers playing 4. 2 against Northern Illinois, eventually 2 against this Stony Brook team. Another turn and throw. This time tag at least applied by Jones, but again Fox able to get back. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock it'll be LSU and Northern Illinois for their second meeting. Then on 1 o'clock Sunday it'll be the Seawolves and Tigers once again. Again, Dutton will throw over. Again, Fox quickly back.
Left-handed pitcher DJ Primo is getting loose in the LSU bullpen. It's number 41. DJ out of Baton Rouge, went to Central High School.
Payoff pitch to the plate. In the air, down the line, foul in right field. Pearson giving chase, but it will find its way into the seats. Keeps the count 3-2. Santerre at the plate. Waits on the payoff delivery. On its way, swing and a miss. Dutton brings the heat. Down on strikes goes Santerre for the 3rd time today. That's the first out here in the top of the ninth.
Good job by Dutton as he 3-2 count, just kept challenging Santerre, didn't give in, and got the big strikeout.
Goforth will stand in. Board once, or actually has not reached base. Got 3 strikeouts and a ground out. Still have Fox at first base. Dutton to the plate. And this one knocked down the line, fair into right field. Pearson giving chase. It'll get all the way to the wall. Fox around second. He's around third. They'll wave him in. The throw to the plate to Neal. Tag applied. He's out. Great relay from Pearson. What a play defensively to keep it a 5-2 game. Pearson had to chase it all the way into the corner. Comes up firing. Relay delivered to the plate. Neal on the first base side had to then quickly lunge and apply the tag as Fox was sliding in from third. Big time defensive play, lifting up Sam Dutton. 2 outs. Again, a runner at third as Goforth never stopped. Here's a swing and a miss to Brown Arian. And it's 0-1.
That was a heck of a baseball play all the way around. Pearson started it. He had to make a good throw to Milam. And what I was so impressed with Milam is he got his body in position and was working towards home plate. And it was all a catch and throw in one motion, which was able to get a good strong throw to Neal.
Here's a bouncing ground ball to Braswell at short. He'll glove it and throw to first. Another great stretch by Jones, and that will end it for the. Make our way to the bottom of the ninth inning. It's a 5-2 Stony Brook lead. Tigers come to the plate looking for base runners and runs. Mac Bingham, the left fielder for the Tigers, leads it off. A single in the second. Came around to score. Strikeout victim the fourth was hit by a pitch in the 6th inning. A 1-0 delivery from Paulson, low and inside. Again, sticking with the reliever. Eric Paulson here as Coach Sink does have a right-hander who appears to be ready if need be. 2-0 delivery to Bingham. Way outside, ball 3.
Yeah, you might want to take till you get 2 strikes here. Definitely taking 3-0. And again, I might even see if Paulson can do it twice in a row.
Paulson winds. The left-hander delivers. And it is for a strike. We'll see now if Bingham again will force him to find the strike zone on its second take. It's 3-1. The pitch swung on and a foul. Bouncer towards the third base dugout. Now a full count for Bingham. Bingham, Braswell, and Clean due up for the Tigers. 7, 8, and 9. 3 for 6 on the day for those 3. And there's a base hit off the bat. Bingham just left of second base. Right up the middle. Leadoff man aboard. LSU gets off to the start they were looking for here in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, get the next guy up if you're LSU. And Bingham did a nice job. 3-0. And Paulson comes all the way back, but Bingham doesn't give in. Stays right back through the middle. And as you said, just the start LSU is looking for.
Jake Brown going to come in to pinch hit for Braswell here, the left-hander, to face the left-handed throwing Paulson. Brown on the year batting .467. The first pitch misses inside from Paulson, and it's 1-0.
Brown, the freshman out of Sulphur, Louisiana, went to Sulphur High School.
Bingham off of first. A pitch inside at the hands. Whoa, called strike. The previous pitch, I must admit, looked a little better than that one. It's 1-1. Paulson's 1-1 pitch. Off speed at the knees. That one a good pitch. It's 1-2. Paulson's 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball away from Brown. And the first out of the inning here at the bottom of the ninth. And we'll bring up Paxton Kling, who's 2 for 2 today at the plate. Drove in a run on a sac fly back in the second inning. Arrived safely by way of error on that play. Then a base hit in the 5th, base hit in the 7th. Average now up to 333 for Kling. First pitch he takes, it missed high. It's 1-0. Infield playing straight up. They've got Fox a little shaded towards second base to the right-handed hitter. And there's a strike to even it up, 1-1. And the Seahawks have turned 2 double plays today. Tigers trying to avoid that here. Bingham with a lead off first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch inside, missing for ball 2. Two-one pitch from Paulson. Swung on, a little slow tapper to the mound, going to be fielded by Paulson. He will throw to second to Fox, but they collide with Maselli. That's the only out they can record. So look at the force out at second base, but no chance to turn 2. Looked like a little miscommunication. Maselli was coming from short. Fox thought he had it all the way. The ground ball was left of the mound. It looked like for the left-hander it was going to be easier to get it to Fox. Again, Maselli almost deflected that ball. Luckily they're able to get the play, but it looks like they're going to go to a review here. We'll see.
Well, I got to tell you, on the replay, it looked, I know why Coach Sink is doing what he's doing, but the momentum of the shortstop is what made it look worse than what it was. I mean, Bingham went right into second base. I didn't think it was anything crazy. He just slid directly into the bag.
So again, they're challenging runner interference there from Bingham, and I agree with you. I think the confusion, or what made it look like there was some trouble, was you had 2 infielders trying to handle the ball at second base. I mean, where else is Bingham supposed to go? If nothing else, you could say Maselli was impeding the progress of the base runner. But again, I think I agree with you. They do challenge it, but the ruling on the field was, again, it was an out, just 1 out at second base. We go under review, presented by Acme Oyster House.
And tip your hat to Paulson for getting the out and having enough confidence to make the play at second. I was a little shocked that with a 3-run lead, he didn't just turn and spin to first base and get the sure out there. But again, if everything holds up, I mean, it was the right play.
Again, ruled out at second base on the force play for the second out of the inning. The challenge coming from Stony Brook is there was runner interference impeding the opportunity for a double play. And again, I don't think they can make that case, and I've watched it a couple of times. And if you had just 1 infielder at the bag, there's no contact. And that is exactly what will happen out at second base, and that is all.
Hey, you got the top of the lineup up now with Milam. You'd love to see that guy on deck, number 47, White, get a chance. And that would mean you'd have the tying run at the plate if Milam were able to get on. So love to see him take a swing with, the wind kind of switching a hair out to right field.
So we'll see Milam top the order today. He's 0 for 4. Strikeout, a couple of flyouts, hit into a double play in the 5th. The pitch, chopping ground ball, backpedaling is Maselli. He will flip to Fox, and Stony Brook gets the win 5-2, handing the Tigers their first loss on the season. Second win by the Seawolves. They move to 2-4. The Tigers move to